Power is the ability to influence, control, or direct people, events, or circumstances to achieve desired outcomes. Power in and of itself is not evil. It is people who are evil. Power and money amplifies what you really are.
This is the book that we're going to have a commentary on. Hi guys, how are you guys doing? Karibuni sana to another episode of the Red Pill Conversations. My name is Tracy and I hope you've been doing well. It's been a week. We've not kutoka last Friday and this Friday, it's another week. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're watching our shows on BTP Studios Kenya. I hope you've subscribed. I hope you have followed us on our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I hope you're streaming us on Spotify. We have amazing things showing up on your channel, so you do not want to miss out. So far we are at 500 subscribers. Thank you for the new people who have subscribed. Thank you for listening to us and obeying us when we say and thank you for the support. Now we want you to buy merchandise, buy t-shirts. We have a lot of things lining. We are trying to plan a little bit of more merchandise, so please tuanza na t-shirts. Nunueni ni 800 peke yake. So DM us your t-shirt size and the t-shirt color that you prefer. So this is Red Pill Conversations. I hope I've introduced myself. And when we started Red Pill Conversations, we were talking about money. I think the first 6 episodes are about finances. But we've decided to pause on that a bit and talk about something else that is just as interesting, but I think this one is interestinger because we are going to talk about a lot of characters in the Bible, in history. So this one also has made us go deeper and deeper into research. Na feel nika nimerudi classes za history za high school, learning about akina Mobutu Sese Seko and the rest, and akina Nelson Mandela. And that is because we want to talk about power. The 48 Laws of Power. This is the book that we're going to have a commentary on. Silas and I are dedicated to ameisoma mara ka 7 kama si 70, ameisoma mara nyingi. So hata I think anaweza kuwa tu anamwambia cheki ameifanya mara mingi, mimi ndo ninaisoma kwa mara ya kwanza na ninaisoma in bits because I have my own views on this book and I've not read it. So Silas akwapa pia kunionyesha that it is not always I don't have to translate the book or translate the book how other people have read it and given their thoughts on it. It is different. I can read this book and relate it with the Bible because we are a Christian podcast and other African leaders. I mean, it's not all that bad. So Silas and I and Babu over here tuko hapa kuwaonyesha vitu mzuri about this book. But I want Silas to tell us about this book, about why we are doing this book. And this book actually inspired him to write his own book, Corporate Power Plays. And we discussed it on the very first episode of Beyond the Pulpit when we were still so young in the podcasting industry. Oh my God, we were such children. This is like 6 months ago, 5 months.
5 months ago.
5 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, we were so young. Right now we have our own studio. Ain't the Lord good? So, Corporate Power Plays is a different version of 48 Laws of Power. Tuko na bookshelf. So it's here. It's a different version of 48 Laws of Power where he has discussed some laws in the 48 Laws of Power and now he's relating it with and in the corporate industry. So get that book. Corporate Buddies ni wasichana. I don't know the guys mnajitanga aje. Corporate
Buds.
Corporate buds.
Yes, buds.
Corporate buddies and corporate buds get the book. It will help you.
Amesemelea mavo ya Dude and Dudettes.
Corporate Dude and Dudettes. Corporate Power Place is a book that you can read. It's different. So yeah, get it. But now we're getting into 48 Laws of Power. Silas, tusho sasa. Karibu set. Acha kwanza nikukaribishe set. I hope umekuwa sawa.
Nimekuwa fiti.
Uko excited? Mimi najua uko excited to talk about this book.
I am very excited.
Yeah.
I am excited about talking about the topic on people.
Yeah.
I am excited to. I'm just like Robert Greene, who has written this book from observation, observing how people behave, observing their demeanor, research through history to see the mistakes, the goals, the wins, the losses that people had or experienced in their lives. Is what I am also interested in that very line. When I sit down in a room, I like to observe people, look at their body language, because body language tells you a lot about them. I look at how people behave. So I like the book. This book was given to me by someone I respect, or encouraged. Someone I respect encouraged me to read it. I had made many mistakes.
Yeah,
yes,
I can imagine.
I had, as a young person in employment, I got into employment with the idealistic kind of living. You see, we have two kinds of people. Yeah. We have people who live in the ideal world, and I like to say this: the ideal world is the world as you would want it to be.
Yeah.
The ideal world is rosy. The ideal world doesn't have challenges. The
rainbows and unicorns.
Is rainbows and puppies.
And 2 cute puppies.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It is just wake up in the morning and everything works out well. And you remember we had recently, not very long time ago, we had the saying, kwa ground vitu ni different.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the ideal world, kwa ground ya the world, vitu ni different.
It's not puppies.
The real world is so different from the ideal world. The real world has a lot of manipulation. There is a lot of pretense. I came to discover that people wear masks. Human beings wear masks. We all have masks. We all have the Silas that you guys know or you guys see. There is the Silas who is in person,
and
in
you
secret.
Never want people to.
You never want to see. And there is the Silas that you think you know.
Okay.
There is the one you see.
And I know.
This guy just looks like this. This is what he does. There is the Silas that is Silas alone. The secret Silas. The one that he does not want anyone to know about. And there is the Silas that you think you know.
I mean, Silas. He's just a chill guy.
Yes. So now, Robert Greene has written this book, and it is interesting that as Christians, I have heard from other Christians that we are not supposed to even hold, even touch
it's a
this
book.
book.
You are going against.
It has been banned in several countries, prisons. It has been banned
in prisons,
yes,
specifically
in prisons, because it has been perceived as manipulative. And I'm saying perceived because it's just a perception. People usually like to judge based on appearances. And many of the people who say this book is manipulative, it has some laws that even I struggle with myself, which we will look at how the Bible, whether or not they agree with scripture, we will just dissect the book and look at it and draw lessons, life lessons that are important. Some of these lessons I have experienced personally. Others I've seen people, like I told you, I like to observe. I like to read a lot. I love history. I love not just history at the general history. I love history of the people who have been in power, both in the Bible and
in the world, in African leadership, whatever.
African leadership. Africa is interesting.
Africa is interesting.
The world is interesting. So I hope that the guys who are viewing are going to to enjoy this. We are going to have stories.
And have an open mind.
Yes, yes.
Usikose kutuwatch ndio tuna
Kuna
discuss
mtu
48
akiona
laws of
nimeinua
power.
hiki kitabu hivi ana shut off.
Listen. We are here to give you two views. We are going to have what the book is saying.
Yeah.
We are going to research on many of the African leaders or even outside leaders, because Robert Greene has done us a favor and he has dealt with a lot of stories. Is it from Rome? He has different
Rome, French,
so many
USA,
people
everywhere.
We are going to bring it back home. We are going to try and find African leaders, their stories that align with some of the laws that he talks about.
Yeah.
And more so, even in the Bible. We are going to talk about the Bible because that is our foundation. So listen. We are here to learn. Kwa hivyo, endelea tu kutuwatch. Wacha story nyingi za 48 laws of power. I'm a Christian. I don't believe I'm going to be... No. That is other people's view. We are here to show you a different view.
And actually, sorry to cut you short.
It's okay.
There are many Christians who I have interacted with think that power is amoral. You see, there is morality, something, the things that we are supposed, the way we are supposed to conduct ourselves. People think that power is amoral. They think that power is evil. They think that that Christians should not pursue power. We are going to actually discuss whether or not Christians should be interested in power. There are people who think that Christians should not be interested in politics. The way the country is run.
Right now, you shouldn't be... there's a Christian out there thinking that it's
politics is evil, yeah. Power is evil, politics is evil, everything is evil. It's just like there were guys who thought... I think they were the agnostics. Agnostics believe that all matter is evil. Your clothes are evil, everything. Matter is anything that has weight and occupies space, according to science. Yes, they were saying everything is evil. Everything is evil. The world is evil. There are people like that. On the other hand, we have guys who, they don't really care. Yes, they are affected, but they don't really care.
They just live in like a state.
Yes.
They just don't care.
Utopia.
Everything, they just live in a state where everything is okay.
Yes.
Whether Kasongo has taken a loan worth 7 trillion or he hasn't, it's okay.
Little do they know that this affects them. And everything that happens, the people who are in power, even biblically from Proverbs, and we'll read that proverb, they affect us.
Yeah.
If you go to 1 Timothy, I think it is 1 Timothy where Paul tells Timothy to offer prayers to those in authority, especially to kings. And the reason why he's telling him to offer prayers even to those in authority, especially kings and rulers, is so that we may live peaceable, quiet lives. Because the one who sits on the throne directly or indirectly affects you.
True.
World politics affects you.
Yeah.
The one who's sitting in the White House in America affects you. You saw the other day. He's withdrawn a lot of it. Do you know there are guys, so many people who are going home?
Yeah.
From NGOs.
Yeah.
NGOs are going to shut down.
Funds have been cut.
Especially the ones that they advance the LGBTQ and all those things. They're going to shut down. They're going to shut down in Kenya. This is a declaration from the US. So that tells you that as a Kenyan, you should be interested
in some stories.
In some things that are happening, in political things. Our politics, our former president, Daniel Moi, alikuwa anasema siasa mbaya, maisha mbaya. And it is the truth. The reason why we will live bad lives ni kwa sababu ya siasa mbaya. So we have to be interested in who gets the power. We have to know how they get the power. We have to look at moral and also amoral ways of getting power. And I am so excited.
You're excited.
I am very excited.
Aya, tuanze tu. Umesema jina power mara mingi sana when you're talking about all of these things. So let's get into defining what power is.
Okay. I'll be checking my notes. Because like we said, we are not masters in this field.
We are researching.
We are researchers just like you. You can be like us by just doing the work and going and researching on these topics.
Also, let me tell our viewers, we do not have to go law 1 to law 48. You can tell us in the comment section, what law are you most interested in? We will record a law specifically for you and release it, of course, but you can tuambie tu ni law gani. Kama ni law 47, we will discuss law 47 before we even get there. Which one is interesting? If you've read the book and you'd like to get a biblical perspective before you continue, tell us in comment section, and also give us your views on the comment section. All right.
Yeah. So you were saying?
Define power. Define power.
Yeah. According, like I've said, we are coming in as people who are researching.
Mm-hmm.
And from research, we discuss what we've discovered. Mm-hmm. In my research, there are three things we do when you get into research. Mm-hmm. And these are very important things that we must take note of.
Yeah.
When you are doing any research, and like you've said, we have to be open-minded. Mm. Three things happen. One, we learn. Mm. Learning is where we get new information, new things that we did not originally know. There are lessons that we will get and we will be like, it's an aha moment. I never knew this. So you learn new things. The second thing you will do, you will relearn. Relearning is where you knew these things, you have studied about them, you already know them, but you're learning them again. You are relearning. Mm. It is coming back. You're being taught again.
Yeah, it's almost like not so new information, but
revision.
Information. Yeah, ni kurevise.
Ni
ile concept flani ulikuwa umesahau.
That concept that you knew, you're now relearning it. Mm. And then the third and the most important thing, and this is the most difficult, is unlearning.
Yeah.
Unlearning is there are things that you thought were correct, and then you come and discover they are not really correct. Unlearning is where you say, I don't know, or I didn't know the correct thing. Now you grasp into the correct thing. Mm. I don't like this saying that you cannot teach an old dog never teach an old dog new tricks. Let's learn the new tricks. Let's relearn. Yeah. Let's unlearn. Mm. So let me go to the definition of what power is according to the research that we have done. And it says power is the ability to influence, control, or direct people, events, or circumstances to achieve desired outcomes. Mm-hmm. Let me repeat. Power is the ability. It is the ability mm-hmm. to influence, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. To control, mm-hmm. or to direct mm-hmm. people, events, or circumstances to achieve a desired outcome. Mm-hmm. So there is a desired outcome. Now, the person who is able or who has the ability to influence, to control, or to direct how to lead towards a certain outcome mm-hmm. is the person who has the power. Mm. A case in point or a good example is our president. Mm. He's a powerful man.
Yeah.
He's able to influence.
Yeah.
He has his followers.
True.
Those who follow him, he is able to control because he has the instruments of power that would control. That means control. He can say tomorrow is a public holiday. Mm. He can make some declarations. No, he can make some declarations.
Yeah.
And those declarations would be followed mm-hmm. because he has the power to do that. He can direct people. Mm. He can direct the course of things. Mm-hmm. He can influence or get an outcome. He can achieve a desired outcome.
Yeah.
Let's say if he wanted all of us to save, he can come up with a policy that would enable.
Yeah.
Like, let me give you a good example for all of us. Mm-hmm. Taxation. So, it's a menace right now. Mm-hmm. Our guys are complaining about tax. Mm-hmm. But you see, the president with his team,
he has a desired outcome.
He has a desired outcome. And the desired outcome is a good outcome. Mm. It's a good desire. It's only that we are in bad economic times.
Yeah.
The desired outcome is that we'll pay taxes. Mm-hmm. That we support our government because we are the sovereign. We have the power.
We the people.
You see, they will come up with laws. They'll be able to to draft, to influence, to convince, to influence the parliament to pass certain laws that would ensure that we pay, like the finance bill.
Yeah.
Remember the one that we tulianguka nayo.
And we fell with it proper. So it is his power that the desired outcomes that makes him do some certain things.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you come to a church, the pastor is powerful. He can influence. He influences people through the pulpit and using God's word. He controls people, or he controls or directs people.
Yeah.
That means he tells, like the other time, our pastors shared with us the theme of the year.
Yeah.
And that is the direction they wanted us to go. So through their power, they have influenced us to buy into this idea that this is the direction that we are going to go. So that is, in a nutshell, what power is. So I wonder why people think that's an evil thing. Why is it an evil thing? It is not, power in and of itself is not evil. It is people who are evil. It's not power.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the same way you're saying about money.
Yes.
Money ikikuwa kwa roho.
Yes, when it is in the pocket,
it's okay.
It's okay.
It
can make studios. It can buy books. It can write books. It can buy.
It can jenga.
It can build children's homes.
Infrastructures. Yeah.
It can donate.
Charity.
But if it is in the hands of a wicked man, then it's destruction.
Yeah.
It's wars. Like right now, you see DRC Congo.
Oh, it's so sad what is happening.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
So we have to understand that there is. It is not power in and of itself that is immoral. It's people. The problem is people.
Yeah.
The problem is not
Same
the power.
thing, yeah.
The problem is people.
And they always say, if you want to know the true character of a person, either give them a lot of money or give them authority. Power.
Yes.
Give them power.
Actually, power and money.
Then you will know the dirt.
Yes.
The skeletons of this person who has been masqueraded as a very good person.
And actually,
we've gotten to see it in our country.
Imagine. And actually, people say that money changes people or power changes people. No.
They just reveal to you who they are.
Yes. Power and money amplifies what you really are. It amplifies. It's like a magnifying glass. It magnifies whatever you are.
Yeah.
If you are a stingy person, broke, you will be a very stingy person.
You'll be the stingiest.
Rich man.
You'll be a stingy rich person.
Yes, they're there. Frugal. Extremely
Really?
frugal.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you an example off camera.
Okay.
We have an example, a local example. A local example tuko nayo kabisa.
Okay.
If you are a wicked person without power, you will be a very wicked person with power.
Yeah.
The Bible has examples.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is going to be a very interesting journey. A journey of looking at people in terms of their personality, in terms of what they do with power, influence, and money. Power is not for everyone. There are guys who get powerful and men, they can destroy the world.
Yeah.
They can destroy the world.
Yeah.
But now, even in the 48 laws of power, we'll talk about how to get it.
How to get power.
Yes, how guys got it morally, how others got it amorally, how others got it in an evil way, and how others got it in a good way. Yes.
Awesome.
Interesting.
That's an interesting introduction. So, while we were also doing our researches, we saw that power manifests in 5 different ways. There's like 5 forms of power.
Yes, it manifests in 5 different ways.
There's
Yes.
personal, social, political power, economic power, and psychological power. So let's talk about these different forms of power and define them. Personal power. The strength, confidence, and knowledge an individual possesses to shape their own life.
Yes. You have the power to shape your own life.
Yeah.
The power to make choices. Decisions.
Yeah.
To decide what course your life is going to take. And the feeling of powerlessness, especially for individuals, and lack of the ability to control circumstances and all that, is what even causes people to commit suicide, to unalive themselves. It is what causes people
You've
to
used
do
the
that.
word unalive.
Yes. I
Sawa Gen Z.
Umekuwa Gen Z.
Umekuwa Gen Z.
Yes. It is that desperation, that hopelessness that will cause people to feel that I don't belong in this world. Because you have the power to decide. When that power is taken away from you, that personal power, and that is what prison is.
Personal power can be
taken away from you, yeah. Because personal power is strength, confidence, and knowledge an individual possesses to shape their own life. If you go to prison today, you don't shape your own life. Your life is shaped for you.
Being shaped. Oh, wow.
For you.
Wow.
So they have taken your personal power.
Oh, wow.
Yes. But initially, everybody has to understand that you have the power to shape your life. You don't go out blaming other people for the things that you're facing. When you make a mistake, you take responsibility. You don't go and say, he made me. Do you know those guys who batter their wives and then they come and say, she made me. Look at what you made me do. No. Nobody makes you do anything.
That is a narcissistic person who tells you that.
Yes. So, we have that strength. And God has given us that strength. Even Paul says, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Yeah. It is Christ who strengthens us to do these things that glorify him. To have that power. He has given us that power and authority and the manual, that is the Bible, to shape the course of our lives. To shape it in a manner that brings him glory, in a manner that brings him honor. So that is personal power. Your own ability.
My own.
So whenever you feel desperation comes, whenever you feel powerless. That's where desperation comes. Like, let's say, for example, I'll talk about intersexual dynamics relationship. Somebody leaves you and you were not ready to be left. And you have tried to get them back and you have not succeeded in getting them back. You feel hopeless. You feel powerless. Isn't it? You feel like the world has ended.
Yeah.
Why? Because there is some power that has been taken.
Yeah.
There is nothing
you made that decision.
Yes, there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh.
If you could do anything to remedy the situations, you would.
You will.
But no, you can't.
Wow.
You wanted the life to go a certain way. Now it is being shaped in a different way by circumstances. So it's like a personal power has been taken. So that is one.
I have never even thought of it. Wow. Now this is me learning.
Yes.
Learning. We go to the next form of power.
Social power.
Yeah.
The influence a person or a group has over others in a social setting. You go to any room, you go to any place. There is that person in the group who sets the stage of how the group operates.
True.
The group gravitates towards him or her. They say if you put 10 people in the jungle and you leave them there, one of them will be a leader.
Yeah.
One of them will
almost so naturally.
It will be natural.
Yeah.
They have social power. They're guys, you see, it is the influence a person or a group has over others. There are guys who get into a room, they walk into a room and you feel them. They have an aura, a certain aura. They have a certain presence.
Yeah.
That when they walk in, you know there's someone powerful has come in. If the president walks in here, the atmosphere changes.
We are expected to stand up.
Yes, the atmosphere changes. You start looking at whether your clothes has creases.
Yeah.
You don't want to offend that person. So there are guys in any social setting that have that power. They have that power to influence a group.
Yeah.
And it comes from we call them charismatic guys. They have some charisma.
There's some riz. Let me teach you a Gen
riz.
Z. Yeah, we say riz.
Wako na riz.
Wako na riz. Hapana, nimeona kenye unaangalia si
riz.
Si riz.
Wakona reels.
Yeah, it's real.
So they influence.
I actually know some people who can pull crowds
Yes.
when they say if it's like in a WhatsApp group of friends, when they say let's go to a certain place, and people are like,
Everyone
okay,
gravitates towards
everyone is
them.
like, okay,
Yeah.
when, where, how much do we need? That.
They're those guys, and they have charisma.
Yeah.
Many pastors are like that.
Yeah.
Many pastors are like that. They have that charisma and that kauvuto. It's a social power that they have. They may not even have that seat or that throne. There's a book by Robin Sharma called The Prince Who Had No Title. They're those guys, they just have a certain social aura surrounding them. When they walk into a room, you will feel them. You will feel their influence. And those are the guys who end up leading these particular groups. Yes.
Would you say our influencers have social power?
There are some, not all of them.
Yeah.
There are some that are just popular. You know, there's a difference between being just popular and being socially powerful.
Yeah.
A socially powerful person is a person who calls people and they come.
Even in marketing these days, they do tell people, they give like an influencer. Some do have social power.
Yes.
If a company maybe wants to do like a marketing thing, they'll get an influencer
who
they know they have the social power. Na huyu influencer akikuja aseme tupate nini maybe at Yaya Center for this pop and whatever, numbers will show up.
Ebu Silas ambia watu tupatane Yaya Center.
Ni sisi tu tutakuja.
Ndajikuta hata wewe unaweza kosa kukuja. Hata utakataa kukuja.
Naweza kataa.
Ama ukuje tu for show. Unajua nilikuwa na meeting mahali.
Let me support a brother nilie tu ya oye.
No. Unakujanga alafu unakuta host nilikuwa na meeting mahali.
But then we can hata Mike anaweza kwambia niko busy.
Yes. So, but there are guys, they have that social power. They call people, they tell people, let's do this, and guys follow.
And we've seen this in the events. The events industry has shown us.
Yeah.
There are popular people. There's, I don't want to bash him, but there's a gospel artist who did a very, last year, sometime in October or September, he had a very nice venue for artists. And I think he thought that he has the social power to pull his fans. Nakwambia, alifanyiwa ile kitu.
Alifurahia.
Nitakushow hata mimi nitakwambia huyo artist ni mgani hapa nje juu
so kama hauna
yeah.
If you don't have that social
Nakubali.
And you see, if you put a person who has no social power in a position of power, they struggle so much in leadership. They struggle.
Because you can't tell us to do anything.
Yes, you can't.
You can't command.
So there are those guys
okay.
who have social power. It's very important.
Political power is the next form of how power is manifested. The authority to govern or make decisions for a group of society. This shows our president, our MPs, how many times they put some bills.
A very good example. I'll give you the very best example of someone with political power. Ni ule jamaa wa Ria. Tibim.
Yes.
He's the right honorable.
Yeah.
This guy.
Baba mwenyewe.
Yes. This guy has serious political power. Serious political power, whether in government or not.
True.
And I would dare say more powerful than all the presidents we've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
How? Why?
In this sense, the guys who have been, or I'm not saying that he's better than them. I'm just saying that from the point of influence and power, he has more than all these guys I've ever had. Let me give you an example. It doesn't matter where Raila is, whether he's in the government or not, he is powerful.
He is. We've seen it happening.
This is a guy who swore himself
as president
of the people in full glare, mchana peupe kukiwa jua imewaka.
Na akasema
yes, that is treason. I'm telling you, that is treason. The guy is there.
He sworn himself in. Oh God.
Now let me tell you, and he is going to be also an interesting example we are going to be using.
Yeah.
He has been in all governments.
All of them.
All of them.
Handshaking.
All governments.
Yeah.
All governments. Kenyatta, not really, but he was there.
Yeah.
When his father was a politician, he was still in the corridors of power and influence,
being trained.
We come to Moi, he was there during Moi's time, and quite a formidable force. He was there in Kibaki's time.
Alisumbua sana. Ikabidi wameita watu nje.
This is a guy who has called people, who has announced a public holiday, and the holiday has happened.
Stop. Maybe I was a child when this happened.
No. Just the other time, maandamano.
Oh!
Kwani umesahau maandamano? This is a guy.
2023.
Yes.
It was in 2023.
You're saying on Monday there is no work?
Yeah.
Was there work on Monday?
None.
Companies were writing to people, don't show up.
Not show up.
It is
be safe.
Yes, that's political power. That is power. That is serious power. Love or hate him. I'm not even coming here to say love this guy.
Yeah.
We are going to observe so many historical figures, so many figures. Love or hate him, you cannot deny that when this guy coughs, the whole country catches a cold.
Yeah.
Because that is political power. He has been able to negotiate with governments because of that political power.
Yes, there's that aspect that I have never understood about him. How he is able to disturb an entire government. Because 2023, he was the one who was causing all of that havoc here, maandamano and throwing stones and all of that.
Yes.
And then right now, the same person alikuwa na disturb government yake Ruto, now he's advocating for him to get into the AUC.
Yes, you see.
I mean, negotiate now, watu hadi imebidi wamemsikiliza.
No, let me tell you why. Our country has like 12 million voters.
Yeah.
The difference between him and Ruto was 200,000.
True.
So this is a guy who technically controls half of the country.
Yeah.
In terms of influence.
Yeah.
Like half of the country is serious business.
It's a lot.
Because if half of the country rebels, you will not rule as a president in peace. And from that political power, he's been able to negotiate. He's a very interesting character. Love or hate him, we are going to talk about him. We're going to talk about him, but he's very, very, he has serious, Raila has serious political power. People have tried to ignore him. You remember the former DP saying that he has set traps in State House?
Yeah.
That this guy will not come in. He came in. He came in.
And the one who was saying he has set traps?
Yes.
Alirushwa nje.
That is power dynamics, and I'm telling you, usipochunga utarambwa,
Kilimramba.
takuramba. So he has political power. Yeah. Okay. And that's very important.
Interesting. Can't wait to learn more about Raila Odinga. Economic power, the control over resources, wealth and financial influence.
Yesterday I was with a mzungu who alinichekesha sana. He told me that there is a golden rule. Golden rule. So he meant, when you ask people about the golden rule, it's in the Bible. Do unto others how you would have them do to you. That's the golden rule. But for him, he told me that the golden rule, according to him, is he who has the gold makes the rules.
That is twisted.
He who has the gold
has the rules.
Makes the rules. Yes. Economic power. Case in point, the United States of America.
Why do
you think countries are trembling right now?
Yeah.
Did you see World Health Organization tremble when they say that they're exiting? The golden rule. That's power. That's economic power. You're an economic muscle. So I don't know why you would tell me that power is a bad thing. You can use power and influence for good. You can use it for evil. So it becomes bad or good based on how you use it. And you best make sure that you use it for good. So a case in point is America. So our golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules. Usiende hapa unaanza kuuliza mdosi wako kwa nini why are you saying
he has the gold.
He is the golden rule.
He has the gold.
It is the golden rule. So that is economic power.
Okay. Psychological power, the ability to manipulate or persuade others through emotions, perceptions and influence.
Psychological power. Na hii inakuanga kwa relationship sana.
Na hapo amesema pia the ability to manipulate.
Ni
Kiodo psychological. Oh wow, manipulate or persuade through emotions. Manipulators are the worst people on earth.
Have you ever encountered a manipulator?
Yes.
Ebu tell me. Ebu nipigie story.
Hii ni off camera juu sasa.
No, sema it's a friend of yours.
It is not a friend.
Si wewe ni best yako.
No, yeah, I'm talking for a friend. I'm not tutongelelea hiyo camera. But I have interacted with manipulators. And they really toy with your emotions. They'll do wrong and then they'll come tell you, oh, you know, ni kama vile ulikuwa unasema mtu akikuchapa alafu anakuambia ni wewe ulifanya. So they will tell you, unaona, when you texted me like this, you're the one who provoked me to reply like this. So at the back of your mind, you're like, oh, maybe my tone was a little bit different, or maybe I shouldn't have texted like that, or maybe I should have replied to your call immediately. So they are toying with your emotions and you think you're in the wrong, while in the real sense, you are not. They're just a horrible human being.
Psychological.
It is they're playing with your manipulative. And once, and I it is after that experience that I came to understand people who are in toxic relationships. That you really can't. You don't judge them. You don't judge. From the outside looking in, it's easier for you to judge this person and be like, yeah, unafaa kutoka. Oh my God, you should stand up for yourself, girl. He's not supposed to beat you up. Oh my God, why is he denying? Why can't you go to the... Until you're in that position of someone manipulating you or using your emotions against you, ndo uta understand mbona msichana amevimba macho siku moja na siku ingine
na kwa hapo
bado. You will...
Let me tell you, I dare argue, psychological power is the most powerful. The most powerful.
How?
Form manifestation of power. Because it is power. It says it's the ability to manipulate, persuade others through emotions, perception, and influence. And I can give you examples.
Give me an example.
There is a guy called Hitler.
Adolf Hitler.
Powerful person. His speeches would drive people to tears. He would stand in front of people and give speeches so passionately against the Jews that the Germans would want to kill them.
Yeah.
He is so powerful. That is where you get the Shakahola kind of things. If it is indeed true, it was religious. Because, you know, there are theories that it could be also vitu zingine za kuua tu watu.
Cultic.
Yes, could be cultic. This is where actually cults are. Cults manipulate you psychologically.
Yeah.
They manipulate you emotionally. He who can manipulate you emotionally owns you.
True.
They own you.
True.
And I'm telling you, it's a prison that it will only take the grace of our God
a lot of
for
prayer,
you to live.
Intervention from people praying for you.
Yes.
It takes a lot.
So, psychological power is very powerful. And those who want to really, or those who have enjoyed power, I'm using this word very loosely.
Yeah.
Very loosely.
Yeah.
Enjoyed power and have people follow you however they please. Have done it psychologically. They get into the core of your being. The core of your being. Have you ever liked someone and you don't know why? There is nothing in and of themselves that is interesting. But wewe uko pale. Marafiki wapenzi watazamaji wanakuuliza na wewe ni nini unafanya na huyu? Yaani huyu ni nani?
This is not your style.
Who is this?
Who's this?
But this person has power over you. Now imagine a guy who has political, they have personal, social, political, economic, and psychological powers.
Kusha.
We have such people in history. We have such people. They possess all of them. They are likable. And I've told you one of them, we'll talk about him, is Right Honorable. The guys who love him, I saw a documentary on KTN.
Yeah.
The guys who love Baba love him to death.
They're loyal fans.
The guys who hate him to death.
Yeah.
He's a guy who brings false emotions.
Yeah.
The guy who has control over you. And I will tell you this.
And you have such strong emotion. If it's hate, it's hate.
Let me tell you this, relationship-wise, intersexual dynamics.
Yeah.
The guy who can achieve both. The guy who can make you hate them and love them have serious power over you. Today, you hate their guts because of what they have done.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you love them to death.
Akikwambia jump unauliza tu how high.
Unakaa hivi karibu na simu kingoja akisi ya text.
Akisi ya reply. Why is he not texting or calling me? Oh no.
Yes. So those are how power manifests itself. And Robert Greene, by the way, let me just add something, because this is the book we are going to talk about.
Yeah.
Robert Greene, in the 48 Laws of Power, describes power as an art. Now, according to Robert Greene, now this is where guys mistake him.
For manipulation.
I think he's been very widely mistaken.
Yeah.
The guy is a very chilled out guy. Go check him out. He's done so many interviews. He's still alive. He is a guy who is harmless. So he says that power is an art of strategy. This is now his book. The book of 48 Laws of Power are the strategies to become powerful. It's not a prescriptive book. It's not giving you, yes, it has prescription. It is both prescriptive and descriptive. A prescriptive book is like when you go to a doctor, you are given a prescription. Take this medicine 2 times 3.
It's like I have to.
When you go to the hospital, you get 2 things. You get a description and a prescription. A description only tells you what you're suffering from.
Yeah.
So from the description, you get
a
prescription. That's what we are going to do. We are going to read his description. We are going to get both a moral and moral laws that he gives. We are going to prescribe as a Christian, how do you behave? We are going to comment on whether or not this is the right way to behave or it's not. But he says it's an art of strategy. I watched Vikings. I like Vikings, the Valhalla.
Nilishindwa kuwatch, but I might give it another chance.
There's this main character called Ragnar Lothbrok. He tells his son, power comes to those people who are willing to bend and take it. Power is never given. His son wanted to inherit him and become the powerful guy just by virtue of being his son. He told him power just accrues to those people who are willing to go down and pick it up. They're willing to go down and pick it up.
And this is very evident in this nice series that you really love, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We've seen people.
It comes. We'll pick it. We'll comment on it.
Yeah.
I hope atuta contradict the faithful critic, but atuta find the same thing, but it's another show.
Yeah, that's a different show where they do movies entirely. Here we're giving laws.
So, it's an art of strategy, and he talks about deception and control. So there is, for him, he talks about the deception part of it. And we will look at it. We will customize them, we'll make them moral. We will dispute those laws that we don't think are biblical. We'll refute them.
We will. We promise you we will.
Yes, we'll refute them. If it is not right, it's not right.
It's not right.
Yeah, we are not saying that this is not the Bible. This is not a Bible. It's a book written by a fallible human being. And so we cannot get eternal value from it. But we can get lessons that will help us maneuver in this crooked world. Jesus Christ gave a parable of the shrewd servant. Go and read that parable of a guy who acted shrewdly. Theologians have debated as to why Jesus Christ commended this guy, and he acted in a very deceptive way.
Deceptive.
Yes.
Really.
Deceptively shrewd. So, yeah. So it's an act of strategy. For me, I like to say Power, there is nothing serious. It's games.
Inakuwa
Hii ni mchezo wa kuigiza. Ni kama mchezo wa kuigiza. Ukikaa chini na unaleta ma feelings na ma emotions zako, you are going to cry. I have seen men cry. Power is something, when you see the power games being played, you sit down, learn and laugh.
Wow.
Sit back, relax, learn and laugh. Because if you do the contrary, you will see how deceptive people are. I've told you everyone wears a mask. Everybody has a mask. Everyone has a mask. So the issue is the ones who get power, and I'm talking about secular power. We've not come to the Bible yet.
Yeah.
The one who gets it is a master chess player, a master strategist. Did you see our current president's strategy with the church? Do you see that strategy? It's strategy. The church bought into UDA. Kabisa. Yes, kabisa, it's a strategy.
Yeah.
Another one will come with a strategy. And if you check our politics, and we'll talk about our politics because we want our young people to be interested in politics.
Yeah.
2027, we want you guys to go and vote right.
Please.
You see, you will check if you look at 202. Let me talk about the years that I was sane enough to understand politics.
Yeah.
The time that Kibaki was coming in, it was against Moi. Moi had ruled for 24 years.
Yeah.
So it was an issue of let's remove a dictator. They were putting it like that. So it was liberation against dictatorial leadership of 24 years where we are going to have other presidents. That was the strategy.
So
Na Rainbow Alliance ikakuja, yes.
Yeah.
Na ikatoa, and I remember that time I read the newspaper. It was saying that Kenya is the most hopeful country in the world. Hopeful, yes. Guys were hopeful. I was in Mumias when Kibaki
was being voted.
Yes, he was in a wheelchair when he was being sworn in as president. Oh my, guys were happy.
Oh, they were thinking about liberation.
Mama alitengeneza mapochopocho.
Kibaki is a liberator.
Yes.
Oh, he has come to liberate us from.
We have been liberated from, for lack of a better way to put it, dictatorial. I know that's relative.
Yeah.
But they were saying we are ending an era. It was an end of an era, an end of 24 years of
dictatorship.
That's how it was being looked at. That was the strategy. If you come to 2013, 2012, 2013, Uhuru and Ruto, the Jubilee. It was an issue of our guys are being persecuted by outsiders. ICC. You remember the ICC issues?
Yes.
So Uhuru and Ruto came up. Their strategy was sympathy. And they won the sympathy of people. It is a power strategy.
So people voted for Uhuru and Ruto because...
to save them from ICC. Why are you taking our guys to a court outside? That was the narrative.
Really?
Yes.
I was so young, I didn't even understand this. Really?
You were in class 2?
Wewe. Nilikuwa teenager.
I
didn't understand.
That was a strategy.
What?
That's why Uhuru and Ruto, they didn't come together because of brotherly affection or anything. They were brought together, and you can watch Jimmy Wanjigi's interviews.
Yeah.
Because he played a major role
in
the forming of the alliance, Jubilee Alliance. I think he even drafted the MOU between both of them. Memorandum of understanding. So it was about, let's liberate our people. Let's liberate ourselves from colonialists. Kwa nini tunapeleka our leaders, our people
to outside
courts? Can't we save ourselves? And the whole country rallied behind that. And they won. Good strategy.
2022.
2017. Let's come to 2017.
2017.
What was the strategy? 2017, it was... no, it was still the same. It was... No, tuliacha mambo ya ICC.
iliisha ikapotea kabisa.
I don't remember. This one I'm doing guesswork. Anyone who is a political analyst can tell you. But it was about taking Baba to Bondo.
Oh.
It was about taking him to
Na
Bondo.
ndo siku tulirudi watu walirudi nini tena ballot 2017
Yes.
was the year people went
The year
cast
the
their
elections
ballots.
were nullified. They were nullified.
Yeah, they were nullified.
In 2013 or
2017.
Okay, sawa. Mtatuambia hapo.
Yes, it's 2017.
2017. The other one, which is very recent.
I'm not even sure. Anyway.
Very recent strategy. Hustlers versus dynasties. And
Hapo
I'm
na
telling you,
alitucheza.
our president is a master
Hapo
strategist.
tulichezwa.
Ruto, take away from him, but when it comes to strategy, he's a master.
Smart. He's a political.
I'm telling you, this is a guy, a book should be written about him. He is a good strategist. And you see, power comes to those who are
Najaribu
willing
kutafuta
to go down.
ndo nikwe right. Hiyo kitu ya when elections were nullified. Ndo nikwe right. Inanisumbua akili. 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2017.
2017.
Yeah, that's
It was
yeah.
second term, yes. So I'm saying, I was talking about our President Ruto. He's a master strategist. He came up with a strategy
Hustler.
and vied for presidency for the first time and won it
As a hustler.
as a hustler. The strategy was hustlers
And
versus
dynasty.
dynasty, the rich versus the
poor.
And we will go back to history. It's not a new strategy.
And he
It is a strategy that has been used by leaders across the globe.
really.
Yes.
There is more examples.
That is the most powerful strategy, especially in countries that are not economically endowed. Like you see, third world countries, the strategy of the rich versus the poor. That one is a very serious strategy.
Tunadanganywa tu.
Because you have to understand, our graph,
Yeah.
economic graph looks like this. It's a triangle. The higher you go, the less the people.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you say the rich versus the poor, who are the majority? The poor people are majority.
Yeah.
You'll get them. The Ruto's strategy at church, the country is 80% Christian.
Yeah.
So where do you get voters? From
the
churches.
church.
And if the church rallies are behind you, you are the
you have
president
voters.
asubuhi na mapema. So when he was saying hawa tutawatandika mapema, alikuwa amepiga hesabu.
He knew
No, the
what
guy
he
is a
said.
master strategist. Give it to him.
Oh.
The guy is a strategist. Power strategist.
It's awful that we are even crediting him.
No, you see, wanasema
Give credit
mgala muue lakini haki
haki yake
umpe. Mgala muue lakini haki umpe. If it comes to strategy, our president is a master strategist. Okay. I hope those strategies are being used to change our economy. He says he has a plan. He says it's good. Time is running out.
Almost 3 years.
Yes, time is running out, but I hope he can use the same strategies.
You still have hope.
I'm always a hopeful person. Abundance mindset.
Okay. Sawa, fiti.
I'm an abundance mindset kind of guy. Yeah. So, yeah. In the biblical context, just the last paragraph.
Okay.
Power is often associated with divine authority. Now, when we come to the biblical aspect of it, it is associated with divine authority. Divine, that means from God, wisdom, and the ability to lead with righteousness.
Yeah.
Proverbs 29:2 says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, the people groan. Why would a Christian then tell us that a Christian should not be interested in power?
Yeah.
Why would someone say that power is evil? Yes, yet this is God's word saying. Why should you say that Christians should not be involved in politics? Christians should not do dirty politics. Christians should do clean politics. And if they do the clean politics, they should do clean politics to change the world.
Yeah.
I have seen people demonizing Christians and politics.
Yeah.
The Bible says when the righteous are in authority,
the people rejoice.
The people rejoice. Why? Because they are led through righteousness. A case in point, David, when he was king, David led righteously. Yeah. And people rejoiced. He had his own faults. And we're going to talk about him. In fact, David is a very interesting character. Hey, David akona mambo mingi.
Akona story.
David ana story mingi. Designer. You wonder why he's a man after God's own heart.
Yeah.
If you were to judge David character-wise, you would not even qualify him as a Christian.
Really?
Yeah. We'll look at him.
He's the same person who stole someone's wife.
Yeah. David, David alikuwa na mastori mingi, alifanya vitu mingi, hata si hiyo pekee. Alifanya mavitu.
Yeah.
Daudi tuko na tea, we have tea on
We have
David.
tea.
Chai yake ni moto.
Mingi.
Chai yake
We will serve it hot.
Yes, we will make sure that when you listen to us, you will have gone through the Bible, especially the Old Testament.
Yeah.
You will learn stories
About
that you never thought.
Yeah.
You will see stories that are parallel to stories here. Yes. You will see godly men behave in not so godly ways. Yes. So when the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, people groan. Why? Because power is influence. And tumesema power is the ability to influence, control, or direct people, events, or circumstances to achieve desired results.
Yeah.
So if the person in power has an evil desired result, that's what you're going to achieve. So you will groan.
In pain.
Yeah, somebody can come to power. I mean, Hitler killed how many Jews?
Yo.
In millions.
See, adi damu ilikuwa, it was flowing like a river.
Yes, you watch those documentaries are on YouTube.
Yeah.
They used to have killing dungeons. You get into a tunnel and gas is sprayed. You're sprayed with gas, you die.
Yo.
The guy would rejoice in so death. When a person who is happy about people's pain is in power, that's the only thing he's going to do. Yeah. We're going to talk about a good friend of mine, Idi Amin Dada.
Yeah.
The man was a wicked guy. We're going to talk about Mobutu Sese Seko, sijui kuzabanga, kaza wabanga, kitu kama hiyo.
So many African leaders.
We're going to talk about them.
Yeah.
Mobutu Sese Seko was a wicked man. We're going to talk about Thomas Sankara, Blaise Compaoré. We're going to talk about this guy who's taken over Equatorial Niger. Yeah. This military guy.
Oh,
the guy who goes into presidential meetings in a combat na gun.
Yeah, and then lengad our president.
Yeah. Oh, he did that.
Alimlenga live. Yeah.
So those are the aspects. Those are the things about power that we have to understand.
Yeah.
So power, it only varies. It only depends with who is wielding it. We best make sure that is a righteous person who is wielding power. We best make sure that the person wielding that power does not want to psychologically manipulate you into evil.
Yeah.
He does not want to use his economic power to finish you. He does not want to sell you short. So, yes.
That's interesting. I'm already excited for the episodes to come.
Yeah.
I know this one is going to throw us deep into historical research. And I love history, actually past history. So I love history. I can't wait to get to learn about all of these people. And I know it's exciting. It is
exciting. We will get into that.
Yeah.
We'll get into
and even the biblical stories.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Tuangalie mtu kama Suleimani. King Solomon.
Tutawaongelelea
wote. King Solomon ni jamaa interesting sana.
Yeah.
Ule jamaa aliamua his endeavor in this world is women.
1000.
Na huwa naambia watu kama unaona wewe ni jogoo sana,
Shinda Solomon. Tuonyeshe 1700 sijui wives.
Suleimani. We will see his leadership style.
Yeah.
You remember there was a time when two ladies were fighting over a baby. Yeah. That's wisdom, that's power. We will see that. We will see another king mwenye napenda sana anaitwa mfalme Nebukadnezar.
Yeah.
Nebukadnezar. Nebukadnezar ni mfalme interesting. We'll see a guy called Cyrus. We'll see Darius. We will see Ahab, Jezebel. And you'll see them to Jezebel.
Kama ujui.
We'll see Joshua. We'll see Joseph.
Yeah.
Samson. Paul. Jesus Christ himself.
Yeah.
In terms of power. We will look at the Roman emperors. I love Rome.
You love Rome. You really do love Rome.
Look at
Nicola?
No, hao ni Nicolas Fouquet ni French.
Oh, sorry.
King Louis the 14 ni French. Rome ni kama akina Nero.
Emperor Nero.
Emperor Nero. That guy was a sadist. That was a sadist. Kuna Domitian. We will look at the guys, even those guys who nailed Christ.
Yeah.
What was his name? Pontius Pilate.
Pilate.
He was just a governor, a Roman governor. But you'll see, you look at him.
And the
Uone venye alikuwa toroka. Alikuwa anafanya ile kitu inaitwa kutoloka. You'll see someone like that,
Yeah.
the governor, how he ruled. We will look at the high priests.
Yeah.
You will see, by the one thing you will see, they are the same.
The laws.
Biblical examples,
Yeah.
biblical leaders,
African
and these guys,
leaders.
they are the same.
And
Human
this
beings are human beings.
Yeah.
You will see there is no
Whether
difference.
in Rome or in Africa or in the Bible.
Even now and then,
Yeah.
those examples that apply then, that were given then, will apply now.
Yeah.
And it still continues. So for me, power ni jokes.
Ni jokes tu.
Nothing serious. Don't take it. Hakuna kitu serious hapa.
Ni kama watoto wakuja kukanya mjui jokes.
Ni jokes. No, stories za power ni jokes. The biggest joker gets that power. The one who's willing to go down. So nasemanga mtaka cha mvunguni.
Sharti.
Ni sharti ya inama.
Unajua umetumia I think 2 methali so far.
Mimi nakwambia mimi msomi.
Wahenga na wahenguzi.
Wahenguzi.
Hawakutupaka mafuta.
Walikuwa nasema hawakutunoa kwenye chupa. Hawakutunoa kwenye chupa. Walipotamka na kudamka.
Ninajua tu ya kupaka.
Walipotamka na kudamka. Siku njema uonekana asubuhi.
Wow, I think that's an amazing way to end this episode. But I'm really excited for I think next episode now we are going to look at the first law. Iko kwa the book.
Yes.
And I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm really excited.
Me too.
I hope you, the audience, are also excited. So yeah, comment on anything that you really want. If you have examples of these leaders, I know we are going to research, but maybe we might miss some. So you can comment. You can help us do these researches. So just DM us on our various social media handles. They're up at chini or they're linked on the description box. Follow us, like, subscribe, and continue watching BTP Studios and the Redfield Conversations. So that's it from me and Silas and Mr. Mzee over here. So until we meet again on the next episode, be safe, stay safe. God loves you. Bye-bye.
Bye.